Welcome. Here we are, Tuesday afternoon, in my nice little cozy cocoon because out there is cold world. So we have had a snow dump at the top of the Blue Mountains today, and the weather was so severe that Sophie couldn't even make it to work. The roads have been closed, trains weren't working at the top of the mountain. It is freaking cold because here in Australia, we aren't set up in our houses for cold weather. We just didn't do that. So we all have room heaters, and I miss having a fire, like a proper fire, where you put wood on it and everything goes warm. Anywho, maybe I can put that on the shopping list, the ever-growing shopping list that you seem to create when you buy your own home. Jen Brown, lovely to see. Jen Brown, I saw that you'd been swimming in a swimming pool. That's crazy talk, sister. Do you know how cold it is? I get you're inside, it's a heated pool, but still you have to get in and out, and no thank you. Wowzers. Anywho, there's your weather report for the day. Cold, damn cold, freaking cold. Don't want to go outside. Cold. Well, some exciting news for us. I've just gotten off the phone, which is possibly why I'm a little all over the place right at this center. I'll just try and calm my energy down for you. The program that we pitched in Newcastle last week, I've just had an inquiry from somebody out of Melbourne who has heard about it from somebody in Sydney. So this whole being connected business, hey Priscilla, lovely to see you here again. This whole connectedness thing, it's real. When you spend time nurturing and building quality relationships with people and feed the referrals and the new clients and the referrals and the new clients coming into your business. So we've been working on this project for 12 months. Yes, long lead in time, but opportunity to do good work, make good money. Do good work, make good money. But it also means that people are talking about this. And it also means that my marketing collateral that I've possibly still got here because I'm still so proud of it is working. It's getting around, and we have identified a need, and we've got a solution for a gap that's a big gap, and it's a gap that people don't know what to do with, and it just happens to be our sweet spot, and that just fills me with joy because I'm talking to this gentleman and he's going, I've got this particular person that's been injured at work and we really want to help her, and she's had all this other stuff go on as a result of this injury, and I'm just sitting there going, can we help her? Just let us help her. Please don't send her anywhere else. Let us help her because we know we can help her. And when you've got that amount of conviction about how you can help and the passion about being able to help, people catch a hold of it, and it helps them to feel certain and safe, and they want to actually partner with you. So it's really cool. I'm just so thrilled and excited that this has, well, we haven't seen clients come through yet, but the fact that people are talking about this. So I don't know if any of you out there have ever tried to pitch into corporate or into large organizations. These are behemoth organizations. Things move slowly. Decisions are made by consensus. It's one of the reasons why I am not a good fit, because what I say is right, isn't it? All the time. Poor Sophie's going, well, she's not here. I'm just imagining that that's what she would be doing. So that is really cool. And I've just understood from one of our 5 favorite people participants that she's had 2 brand new clients from 2 different referral sources come into her business in the last week, which is awesome, because she was really worried that she didn't have anything to offer, that people weren't going to find what she had interesting or useful, all that stuff that we go through in our own brains. So yay us. That is pretty cool. So I wanted to talk into some tactical stuff today around money. So, and I know everybody gets hung up on money, everybody gets problematic around money. We all know that money causes more problems than it's probably worth. It creates emotions in us. We don't know what to do with those emotions. It creates avoidance. It creates paralysis. It causes difficulties in relationships and families. It is the root of all things bad. No, I'm joking. That's my Protestant work ethic coming out there, and I actually don't believe that at all. Money tactics. The simplicity of it is, if you don't know how much money resource you need to operate your business, then you can't actually effectively manage the money in your business. I've talked about this many times. but I found it necessary to talk about it again because it's that thing that people will avoid. So I'm not here to tell you what you can't buy. I'm not here to tell you what you shouldn't spend your money on. What I want you to get comfortable with is understanding what it costs to run your business. Because every time you go somewhere and you want cheap, free, and easy, you're going to get nasty, poor quality, not a good reflection of you. You've got to move beyond that mentality, but you've also got to be wise about what you can spend money on. So this project cost me over $2,000. So I had to think seriously about the spend and the effort and whether or not, because I've spent money on marketing collateral before and it's gone nowhere. But this spend is already starting to see and reap rewards. But I'm not going to get an instantaneous return on that $2,000. That's going to take months for me to be able to recoup. And that's okay. I've built that into my budget. I've built that into my expenses. It just means that other things need to wait. Not very good at patience, not very good at waiting, but that's what you need to do if you're going to be responsible. The other thing that we get caught up in is we think that all the money that we get into our account is ours. We have this ownership issue around the money. It's called cash flow, and we actually need to pay ourselves. We need to pay our suppliers. We need to pay for infrastructure. We need to pay for utilities, all of that, and we need to pay tax or insurance. Please. We need to be looking after all those aspects of our business that require us to be able to operate. So I see all these people getting offended by having to pay tax or having to pay insurance. Now, I'm not suggesting that you don't go and review what you're paying for tax and insurances, but what I am saying is that these are the costs of doing business. You need to be insured, the same as you need to be credentialed, the same as you need to have compliances in place, especially here in Australia. We're coming up to the end of our tax season. If you haven't paid superannuation for your employees or for yourself, then you got to go find some money to pay yourself your superannuation, because it's the law, it's legal, and the way everything's working here, all the things talk to each other. You can press a button and find out stuff I didn't know was possible. Anywho, so there will be some level of avoidance, some level of difficulty, some level of challenge for you around what it costs you to run your business. Now, not down to the microcent, if that's a thing, or the penny, but it's about becoming comfortable with the data, becoming comfortable with going, well, this is what it costs. This is what it costs, and not getting emotional about it, which is tough, I get that, but just going, okay, it cost me $700 a month to run this practice. So the first thing I need to do is generate $700 a month. That's your first goal. Let's break even. Let's not try and make $1 million. Let's not try and write a book that's going to become a, Amazon bestseller. Please don't do that, because it probably won't result in more dollars in your bank. But how about we let go of needing the instant 20 grand, the instant payment down off your credit card, and start to become responsible business owners that allow us to pace out what it is that we've committed to, learn what it is that we need to spend money on, and make sure that we are learning how to generate sufficient revenue that allows us to stay in business. I'm coming up to my 10th year of being in business, and I can assure you I had to learn this the hard way. Money has not been easy for me, but I always come back to, how much do we need to spend here to make this business work? And it cost me nearly 30 grand a month to make this business work. That's my bottom line. That is my break even. Now, I know for a lot of people watching this, they'll be going, 30 grand, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, 30 grand, it's just how much it cost me to run my business. But for some people, it's not that much. But I didn't learn 30 grand from the beginning. I've gone right through from nothing to 500 all the way up to what it costs now. So it's a learn. Again, we are not instant noodles. You will have to learn how to manage this. And again, I say it, unless you learn how to manage $5, you're not going to be given 50 to manage. Unless you can learn how to manage 5,000, you're not going to be given 500,000. It just seems to be a law that I don't understand who's in charge of it, but of the way things work. So if you are struggling today in your money mindset or things to do with money, my biggest encouragement to you is, for the next month, I want you to write down every dollar that comes into your life, whether it's your personal account, your business account, every dollar, every day. Not interested in what's going out, just getting you used to what's coming in, because we are so focused on what's going out that we lose sight of what's going in. So we need to get refocused on what's coming in, because the more you focus on what's coming in, the more you will be attracted to making more money come in, and you will work on ways to make money come in. It's just what happens. So let go of the need to find an extra 20 grand tomorrow and start being conscious on how you can do things today that will equate to that 20 grand not being a problem for you into the future. Haha. This could have been one of those episodes that I promoted with my little boot kicking activity. Alrighty, I am going to finish up there for today. Thank you for those of you who stayed on to watch. Looking forward to connecting with you tomorrow. I wonder how cold it's going to be tomorrow, and I wonder if Sophie can get to work. Stay tuned. Until then, go be your awesome self.